If by some chance, some stroke of luck, or some act of God, you have stumbled upon this broadcast, you are listening to the Chivalry Chronicles with your host, Dr. DLH.
I'm a damn doctor.
David.
We're going to bring the tea
refuse
to not drink during the podcast.
Yeah.
And me, Jaime.
They need to make podcast equipment a lot more expensive to get some of these clowns off the air.
Gather around as we discuss a modern, manly approach to chivalry. So I hope you're ready, because I know we are. So let's get into it. And we're back here with Leo Noriega, and our new special guest is Asim Lewis. We'll get into what Asim does and all that, but today we're going to do Stop Down Movies Revisited, because it got a lot of talk. I got a bunch of text, and I said, you know what, let's kind of go over it again. And welcome, Asim. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, and what got you into watching movies and all that stuff?
What's good, brother? Yeah. No, thanks for inviting me. I was upset that I was not invited to some earlier topics, so thanks for letting me jump in here with
hey, we
a topic that I might be able to add some.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a quick, quick rundown on the episodes that you wanted to say something, if you would just one quick comment, I'm down with that.
Real quick,
a legendary character on this podcast that's never been seen.
Yeah, I've listened to a handful of the episodes, and I've heard my name pop up in those episodes, and I'm like, well, where was my call?
I'm right here.
I can chime in, but you represented me well. But I was just like, you could have called me, but it's all good. So I'm here now.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Now that you say that,
no call.
Did we do it? Yeah, we did a little bit of hip hop. Yeah, we did. You
did a hip hop one. You did a movies one. You did a couple of movie ones. Video games.
Yeah.
Fighting games.
Mortal
games.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Like the thing I do.
Yeah, no, you got a shout out.
All right. Well,
we had your protege on.
Right?
I mean,
I was like, no, I heard my name, so I was like, okay, they're acknowledging me, so it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
That's what I said. Your protege Joaquin was here. You know, he was telling us all the tricks you showed him.
Yeah, and he was right. And I was upset with that one because, like I said, that was for a son to not know how to do a shoryuken or a hadoken. That's something wrong with that. So that's the first time I was upset with you. I was like, how you let this man not know how to do
because
the uppercut?
See, what happens when you have kids is they don't listen to you.
What had happened?
That's what happens. I'm telling you, this kid here, I told him to go into wrestling. He didn't go into wrestling for 3 years. His freshman year in high school, he comes home, Dad, I'm going to do wrestling. I was like, great, son. That's a great idea. By the way, how did you come about this? He goes, I was talking to Coach. Coach Menno said I should do wrestling. I was like, okay, then fuck me. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling you for 3 years. Golf. He got into golf a couple years ago. I'd been taking him to go, to the driving range with me since he was like 5. And no, I don't want to. It sucks and all this and that. And his cousin invites him, comes home. Dad, I want to know, I want to learn how to play golf. I was like, oh, okay, all right. You get one little, invite from your cousin, and all of a sudden now you want to do golf. So I mean, it's not because I didn't tell him or show him.
That's the way, man.
It's actually I have a picture of him doing his first. It's got to come
from the outside first.
Oh yeah. I have a picture of him doing his first fatality. He was probably like 7.
Nice.
And so I have that picture of him. Actually, I was going to post it with the episode. So that's why they just don't listen to you. Mark Twain has a great quote about it. It says,
right.
Before, like when he was a young kid, he said, my dad knew everything. He goes, then, when I got a little older, like 18, it seemed like he didn't know anything at all. He goes, then I got 20, and he goes, and it was amazing how much he learned in those 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, that motherfucker knew. Like, he knew all that stuff before that. But yeah, that's why. And that's why I'm like, ask Steel Asim.
It's it's being the movie and TV show person. My that's where all my quotes come from. But that same quote, or a similar quote to that from Modern Family, when the mom is talking about your kids are like the lunar landing, hitting that orbit around the moon. It's like they leave you, they go onto the dark side of the moon. There's no sound, there's no communication, and then they swing back around, and all of a sudden they're back with you again. So you got to wait for that swing around, that slingshot.
Yeah.
Then they're back on your team.
And it's really it's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, but when it happens, you're like, what the hell, because they used to listen to you, right? When they're babies, then they get about teenagers, 12 to 13, they don't. They just stop listening to you. You're like, damn it, son, So what I would do is I would take him to people that I was like, oh, go talk to so and so about it, and then he'd come back. He's like, oh, he said this. I was like, yep, yeah, so that's all I said. Everything I said.
Yep.
So yeah, it's part and parcel of being a parent. So I'm not too worried about it. But I knew you would tell him, and I knew he would receive that information. So I was like,
he now knows how to do.
Yeah. It kind of comes
he knows
back
how
to
now, so it's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, stop down movies. I think what we talked about before was like movies that are on. What?
Wait, Jaime.
Yeah.
Asim's relationship to movies is pop. It's just the same thing, right? Like,
Yeah. My whole, and just to preface too, because Leo and I have had this conversation before, but we joked about starting our own podcast called the what did I call it? The movie apologist and the critical kid.
And the critical kid.
Yeah, I love movies to the point where it's hard for them to be bad for me. Like, it's like I'll appreciate something about the movie, even if it's considered a bad movie or people don't like the movie.
Right.
Some of my favorite movies, the worst, whatever, it's just, I like them for other reasons or whatever like that. But my Leo and I have talked about, my dad would take me to the movie theaters, and that was our connection. It wasn't throwing the football or catching baseball or anything like that. It was like movies, and he would always take me up to the movies that, like, especially when I got to 15, 16, when you were still too young to go see like the adult movies, and he would take me to go see the rated R movies and be able to, like, that I wasn't supposed to be in. And he would take me. I was like, oh yeah, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
I get to see that movie. So yeah, that's kind of the history of it.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I mean, I guess with our kids, we watch movies all the time, and it's kind of a thing we do, but it's not something that we did with our parents. I mean, I guess we saw some movies with them, but it wasn't a thing. It's always interesting hearing how people connected with their parents or what they did, because it does follow you. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
kind of makes you who you are. So then there's your
No, Jaime. I remember our mom took me, I guess, to see Gremlins. That's the first movie I've ever seen in the theater.
yeah.
Like, that movie is really close to my heart. Like,
Yeah, no, I went. I was there with you.
Yeah. I was like 4 years old. Like, when did Gremlins come out? 86? 84?
I want to say it was earlier than
I don't
that.
know.
But
We need a producer on this to fact check us.
Right. to
yeah,
jump in and
Gremlins was
pull up the facts.
84, and you left the theater because it was too scary. Our mom had to take you out.
I didn't leave. What?
Yes,
That's not that.
that's exactly,
Revisionist history.
sir.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened because I was pissed because I was like, man, I kind of want to watch the rest of this movie and shit. And so
What the hell? That's what hell? No way. But
Yes.
she did always talk about how it was like all the jump scares. It's not even a scary movie. I was 4 years old. What do you want to do? What do you want from me?
The truth, motherfucker. That's what I want. I want the truth. no, I remember that movie because back in the day we'd go to the theater on Bruton. I think it was like Bruton Theater or whatever.
Bruton
And
Road.
we'd probably spend there all day and then just kind of buy one ticket and just sneak into the other ones.
Yeah,
I remember one time like my two older brothers went to another movie, and we went to two separate movies. I must have seen like Never Ending Story, something like that. They bought me tickets for that. And then the movie ends and everybody's filing out. And so I just hung out and I was like, well, let me just go sneak into this movie while I'm waiting for these clowns. And then I walk in and it's like, okay, this is not a kid movie. It's like, then you see what's her face? What is that movie? Bolero or something that has Bo Derek. Bo Derek's on the screen. I was like,
yeah.
it's like, let's see what's going on here. so I just snuck into that movie, and I didn't know anything about this movie. I just, you see Bo Derek, you're like, okay. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, which coincidentally came out in 1984 also, so it must have been, about the same time.
And then,
Gremlins was 1984.
Yeah.
And then around the same time, like, when did E.T. come out?
Oh, that was way earlier than that.
80.
That is 80. Is it
82.
I think it was 82.
Yeah.
Yeah, 82.
Yeah.
82.
So that was a VHS movie for us, and like that's one of the themes, like top 20 movies of all time. Like
Yep.
E.T. is one of those, like Never Ending Story and Gremlins and movies like that are like what E.T. is to a scene. And I don't know what the equivalence would be for Jaime, for him growing up, like,
Well,
because the movies are, I mean, who knows?
well, I mean,
Lost Boys, you love Lost Boys, and
well, I remember E.T. I mean, I think E.T. I was big into bikes. You know what I'm saying? And seeing him ride off in those bikes all the time was such a freaking badass scene in those movies. And I think I was reading an article one time that it upped the sales for BMX bikes because they show up everywhere in that movie.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so me being like I've always loved bikes, and I had my own bike, and I went from where we live all the way to Box Springs and stuff like that, on a bike. So that movie is such a great movie for that. I mean, all those movies. The Never Ending Story is one of my favorite all time movies. The Goonies. I mean, all those older movies, Karate Kid. Those are the movies that I remember that I loved, and then plus, since our two older brothers always watch horror movies, that's how I got into horror movies. I watched The Exorcist when I was like 8 years old and shit. So, probably I probably shouldn't have been watching, but it created a special, like, okay, now we're watching Freddy Krueger when it came out, the first one, Nightmare on Elm Street. And I watched all those at the movies, at the freaking drive-in and stuff like that. So, and Nightmare.
The Astro, right?
Yeah, Astro Drive-In.
The drive-in. Yep.
And Nightmare on Elm Street came out in 1984. Look at that. 1984 was a great year for movies. Yeah.
You're straight. 80s. It was a great years for movies.
Yeah, let's get back on topic. All right. So on the original episode of the Stop Down movies, right? Movies that you'll stop what you're doing and watch. We created some parameters, right? I said, I'm not going to list any Marvel movie, any comic book movie, basically, and any Star Wars movie. Those things are just, I'm going to watch them. So let's just go ahead and move the conversation forward, right? Because we can spend all day just talking about Star Wars or Marvel or DC or, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, Asim, are there parameters that you set for yourself? And Lel, too, did y'all set parameters for this topic? I mean, did y'all say, we're not going to do this one, or tell me how you came about your list. Let's see.
Well, I'll jump first. I agree with your parameters because if you say Star Wars, then I'm gonna instantly get to my actually voice, and I'm just gonna start deep diving into everything Star Wars, and then we would just be completely off topic. So let's just we understand that yes, we're gonna watch those movies, Marvel movies too. Same thing. I don't really have any parameters, but I just recently listened to that original podcast because I want to make sure I do what you guys have talked about. I didn't want to retread too much ground that you guys had already talked about before. But when I listened to that podcast, I think I took a slightly different definition of stop down movies. I think you guys have that same definition, but I think as topics do, you start just going and it goes off into other tangents.
Right.
But for me personally, I really was thinking of movies that I would specifically start watching, even if it was 30 minutes into the movie, 40 minutes into the movie. And I just happen to turn it on, which is not a thing that happens often anymore because we're not watching, television with channels and
right
like that as much. But every once in a while, that scenario does happen, even now, like with your YouTube TV, Fubo, and all that kind of stuff. So that would be my only thing. Is like I said, and I don't want to limit you guys to anything, but for me, that's kind of like where I'm coming from. Is that this is a movie that doesn't matter where in this movie, if I catch it and it's on, everything else shuts down, and I'm now into this movie from that point on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I got you. Leo, did you do anything similar as far as your list of movies? Did you have parameters? Did you have some movies just take out?
No. Even if it's like the end of the movie, I'm like this. The end is like
right.
The end is the best part. Like there's movies like
right.
some movies.
I was gonna say
ahead,
that's a topic right there, man. Movies that like Full Metal Jacket, right?
They stick the landing.
That's like
yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. I can just watch that first part where they're in like basic training and all that, and I don't remember.
Nobody watched the second half.
Yeah, after that you're like
the second half of that movie.
Yeah. So there's movies like that.
Post basic training. Yeah, it's like wait.
That's the best part.
So there's movies like that. Like I will watch what the hell's happening? What part are we at? And I know it's the end, or if it's at the beginning, like, okay, I'm just going to sit down, let's do the thing, But that's like, I don't think there's the parameters y'all set for stop down movies. You can watch the movies that you want to watch over and over again are going to fall into all these categories, but that's not what it seemed like. David and DLH, they don't like to watch movies like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the only one that watches movies like that.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. There's movies that, well, like, we stated it then, and I think we're restating it now. Now we have so many streaming services that you have a watch list, right? Like, my watch list has a shitload of movies on it. And it's movies that, like, I'm in the mood to watch a movie. I don't want to get too deep into it. I just want to fucking have a good time. And, I don't care because I've seen this movie 30 times, so it doesn't matter. But I want to see something. And those are the movies that, like I can watch Rounders any day, all day, whatever, right? But the other day,
you want to watch all the poker scenes.
All the poker scenes, The Breakup, right? The Breakup is like when you think about that movie, you think about all the funny parts. But it gets so freaking dark in the middle. It gets so like, man, I got my own fucking problems, dog. I came to the movie to like have a good time. And so sometimes I'll go through and just fast forward all the bullshit, all the fights, all that stuff, and just watch all the funny parts, right? Like when they're, that band that the brother has that they're practicing in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Tone Rangers and stuff like that. That part, the dinner
the
scene.
Tone Rangers.
Yeah, when he's playing Madden against the guy that's dating Jennifer Aniston. I mean, just all those scenes are freaking hilarious.
That dude discount Tom Brady. That dude that's
discount Tom Brady. Yeah, so you forget about all the just really, man, like they get super dark, not dark, but just too real. You know what I'm saying? Like, those discussions are like, we've all, I mean, if you've ever dated, you've had those discussions, you know, like those very same ones. And so I was like, man, I kind of want to relive that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just get back to being funny. Shit. Do y'all want to start with the movies?
What was that?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying.
Start with your stop down movies.
Yeah, see.
You want to start with mine?
Yeah, let's go with yours.
So do you want, because I know you guys kind of spoke about them before and then kind of highlighted specific ones. You want just a list or just kind of just
give me
how do you want to
give me your top five? Whatever parameters that you made, just give me your top five. and a little bit about the movie.
Well, from earlier when we were talking about the movies, my number one movie that fits all these parameters of all time is E.T. Like I don't care where that movie is in it, beginning, middle, end, wherever it's at, I'm going to stop and continue watching it from that point on throughout the end. That's 100% number one for me. When the first time I saw that movie in '82 or whatever, my cousin took me, and it was back when you had to like stand in line to get your ticket and stand in line to get your seat when it's time to go see the movie.
Yeah.
And they also used to oversell theaters then. So when we got inside the theater, there was only one seat left. It was on the front row, dead center. And I had to sit on my cousin's lap because I was like a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
I had to sit on his lap. So I'm like, my neck is bent backwards, like looking up at the screen, you know, to see this movie. And it was still like the most like impressionable, you know, movie on me at the time or whatever. So yeah, that one, number one. And then, like I said, it gets after that, it gets weird because at that point it's about specific scenes. Like when I'm flipping through movies or whatever, and I catch that scene, and then it catches my eye, and I'll continue watching. But I can pretty much. I mean, you guys had. I think one of the other guys had mentioned it in the last podcast was Lord of the Rings. I can also stop in specifically Two Towers, and that was, I guess. This is not really a parameter, but when there's movies that have series, because I know the guys were like, one of the guys said that Indiana Jones, and it was like all of them, it didn't matter or whatever. But I have like specific ones in the series. Like I may not watch any of the other movies in the series, but this one, if I catch it, the next one would be this is specifically Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Order of Phoenix.
Yeah.
The other Harry Potters, I don't necessarily have to stop and watch. But Order of the Phoenix, I'm done. I'm watching it. I'm going to continue watching it all the way through.
And why
after that?
Why that one specifically?
So like I was super skeptical about getting into Harry Potter in the first place.
Right.
Leo and I've had this discussion too. I was when Harry Potter came around. I'm a Star Wars kid, you know. That's Star Wars is the end all be all as far as I'm concerned, and nothing is going to nothing would ever live up to that, you know, in movie history as far as I'm concerned. It's Star Wars or nothing else. And so when I saw the hype of Harry Potter, and you know, initially I was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, these dumb kids like wizards. I was like, okay, cute. You know, I was like, let me show you a wizard. It's called a Jedi, and it's like, you know, a lightsaber is going to, you know, destroy these guys. You know, I was home teaming it like big time for Star Wars, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this.
You did that.
I went to
Asim, you did the cocky sniff, like, yeah, Harry Potter. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Dude, wizards.
Trash.
But exactly. But the first by this time the first movie had already come out on DVD at the time, and I was in the Best Buy. I saw it on the shelf, and I looked at the case, and I had the full Buster face look at that thing. I was like Harry Potter. I picked it up, I turned it and looked on the back of it because I was just kind of looking to see what the images look like. And then I was reading the credits on there. And it's always, it has like the director and actors' names and stuff like that. And then halfway through that credit, it said musical score by John Williams. And that struck a nerve. It's John Williams.
How dare you?
J-Dub? The J-Dub?
He fucks with this?
I was like, wait, time out. I was like, J-Dub put his name on it?
The big man?
Yeah. I was like, wait. I was like, is there another John Williams that I don't know about? I was like, no.
Also on this podcast, they've shamed Jaime for going to Best Buy. Why do people go to Best Buy? Sometimes you gotta go to Best Buy, man. What the hell? You gotta do it.
But I bought that DVD on spot. Like I was like, I have to take this home and watch this.
Yeah.
I had no understanding of Harry Potter. Watched it, loved it, and then continued the rest of the series. But when it got to Order of the Phoenix, it was, I think that movie is like the culmination of all the things that are wizards. Like everything after Order of the Phoenix is like the doom and gloom part of it. Everything kind of is, it's all turmoil, and it's like the evil part of it is, coming out. But the Order of the Phoenix showed it at its height. You got the wizard battle at the end. It was just awful. So that's one I could just stop and watch at any point in the movie. And I think probably after that, a lot of my movies are probably going to be, after that, are going to be old school, older movies. So I would probably go with something like Big Trouble Little China.
Yeah. Okay.
Because again, that movie doesn't have a rhyme or reason anyway. So it doesn't matter where you catch it. You're pretty much getting the same information. It's so bizarre. So yeah, you throw if I put the channel and Big Trouble Little China is on, I'm just going to stop and watch it. And I hope that I'm catching it at a part where I can see any of the scenes with the three storms. As long as I get to see a scene with the three storms, I'm golden. That's all I need to see. Preferably thunder or lightning. I mean, if I get to catch him doing his stuff, his raiding before raiding, then we're good. What was that, 4? Was that 4 or 5?
Let's call it 4. I'm curious about the last one.
And then probably this one's weird because I guess it does have a slightly different parameter because I can only watch it in December.
Okay.
But when it's on and I catch it, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna make it a combo pack, but it's Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Because they always run those like all day, every day, and it doesn't like on Christmas Day when I watch A Christmas Story, I end up seeing the entire movie, but I never see it in order. Like I'll watch 10 minutes of it here and catch some 10-minute scene, crack up, then I'll watch another 10-minute scene. By the end of the day, I've seen the entire movie, but it was not in order, and it was completely all jumbled up.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Chevy, A Christmas Vacation is the same thing. But only in December. I refuse to watch those movies outside of the month of December, or even sometimes just Christmas Day.
Yeah, Letty
loves. I'll go with that's my.
Yeah, Letty loves Christmas Vacation. Actually, she loves Christmas Story too. Now, Christmas Story, I never
I was
saw
gonna say,
as a kid. Like, I didn't see it. And so when I saw it, I was already like, I think I was already here in San Antonio. I was freaking like 25, 28, whatever it was. And I was like, okay, I saw it. I guess I don't get it, you know. And I think it's just because if you watch a movie when you're younger, it's more of a you're more impressed by it. It's more impressionable or something like that, and then you love it because of it. And if you watch it later, it doesn't have the same effect. And so I've seen it. I'm just like, that's okay. And Letty loves it, so I've seen it. And when it's on, I'll watch it. But I'm like, I can do without that movie. Christmas Vacation, it's just a funny ass movie, and that's a classic.
Well, the weird thing is, I didn't like Christmas Story when I first saw it. I first saw it in like, I think I was in sixth grade or something like that, and it was during Christmas time, and they had brought all of the kids into the cafeteria, and it was like a free period, and they put the TV up and put it on, and I had never seen it before, and so, but everybody else in my class apparently had seen it, and I don't know if that was a cultural thing at the time, because I was like, I had no idea what this movie was at all, and so when I first saw it, I didn't laugh at it at all. I just sat in the room watching all of my classmates like cracking up, and I'm like, what are you laughing about? Like, I didn't get it at all. But then, I was like, what am I watching? And I was kind of upset about it. Like, I was like, but then it was years later, I watched it, and I think my mom and I were watching it at home, and probably on one of those, Christmas Day where it runs all day long.
Yeah, on the loop.
And we both watched the aunt's gift with the bunny outfit, and that scene came on, and he comes down the stairs in the bunny outfit, and I cracked up like I'd never cracked up in my life. Like, I lost it. Me and my mom both, we lost it. And then we were like, let's watch it from the beginning. And then we watched it from the beginning, and we lost it through the whole movie. And then it just became that movie for me. So it was just weird. I don't know how it happened like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good list. Like, it is I like the parameters that you put on it, even though you said you didn't put in parameters. So
right.
So Leo, what do you got? And then we can discuss, I guess, the ones that y'all have in common, if y'all have any.
My stop down movies, like, let's go back to what y'all were talking about in the first incarnation of this. Y'all said they're pretend like, well, people don't watch TV like that anymore. People stream. People like, okay, if this movie is on, and let's pretend like the movie is playing.
Yeah,
like, let's just assume that that's happening. There's and the movies that are on all the time, like you said, like the Fast and the Furious movies are on all the time.
Yep.
Which I don't watch those movies. Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Which is funny because sometimes they play Infinity War and Endgame back to back. Like, God damn it, we had to wait 2 years to watch that shit. But
yeah.
My favorite one, which, like, before you did the podcast, I used to tell Asim, we used to talk about this all the time, Saturday movies. My Saturday movies, I was flipping through channels while I'm working. The first one is Demolition Man.
Okay.
I just love that movie so much.
Yeah, that movie's, it's funny to watch it back. Yeah, to go back and watch that one. But go ahead.
And it's another thing we always talk about with Sandra Bullock. Like, has she ever been peak Sandra Bullock? Like, just like we talk about Cameron Diaz with Mask.
Yeah. Hey, dog, that's another podcast. That's another podcast. So let's not
Save it.
let's not just like shoot our load on it now. Just like let's save it. That's a whole nother. Because I would say Speed,
but I mean,
but she was super cute in this one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I love that movie, and I'm shocked they haven't done like a remake because they've ruined all of our shit from back in them days. Like they did Total Recall. They did the next one. Enemy Mine.
Hold on, go back to Demolition Man. There's a lot of like inside jokes in that movie that are freaking hilarious because of the movie, right? They're just kind of like just making fun of Sylvester Stallone. They're like, he doesn't know how to use the two shells or something. It's like, like all that dumb stuff.
He's dumb, right? He's
a Neanderthal, right? And he's
what are the 3 seashells for?
he's a dumbass, right? Like,
and then he keeps getting tickets as he's cussing.
No, it's like I'm shocked they haven't fucking remade it. Like, and it would suck, but I'd go see it. Me and Asim being there in fucking night 1.
Right.
All right.
And the next one, Enemy Mine.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie so much. You remember Enemy Mine?
Yes. Yeah, I remember it.
Or no? I don't even know. I think it was Cruz, our oldest brother, that showed me that movie.
You were telling me about that. It's one of his favorite movies, which I didn't know, and I'm kind of curious. How did you come about that? Like, did he say, "Man, this is my favorite movie," or how did you come across that?
No, like it's the only movie. I don't know. It's the only movie he's ever had a connection to. I don't know what it is about it that makes him, like the human side of our oldest brother.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it.
I watched it with, remember, like me and Asim talk about it all the time. I watched it at Asim's spot over here recently, maybe a few years ago. And I fucking genuinely shed some tears. I was like, this movie is fucked up, man. I'm crying. And I told Asim, like, damn, thank you for giving me this gift of showing me this movie again. Maybe it's my connection to, like, I don't know why Cruz loves that movie, but and you got to watch it, Jaime. Like, what's his name? The quarterback he's a quarterback for the Oilers. That's what the only sucks, right? He plays for the Oilers. It's Dennis Quaid?
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
And it's a really good movie. You got to check it out.
All right, I'll rewatch it and let you know my thoughts. I haven't seen that movie in probably, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years. It's been forever, but I'll watch it.
No, like I love that. It's great. Sci-fi movie. That's right up my alley. I fucking love. The next one, ATL. With T.I. and Lord London.
Okay.
That movie is on. I don't care. I'm watching it.
Okay.
That movie's on. I don't care. I'm watching it.
I've never seen that movie.
It's on the fucking channel. You got to watch that one too.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I got to watch it. I'm sorry. I'm flipping channels. Again, let's presume there's a world where you're still flipping through channels.
Yeah, go back about 30 years. It's like the mid-90s.
Right. And when it's on, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And it's so weird. Like, fucking T.I. is he's in a roller skating team. Like, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. He's a roller skater? Like, what the hell? And Lauren London is
that's
being
not hard.
When I found out that it was about him roller skating, I was like, what? I had no idea. I just assumed that it was some kind of heist movie or some kind of, like, I had no idea. He was like, no,
he's a roller skater. Like, what the fuck?
You're not selling
are they
this.
Kill anybody or?
You're not selling this movie at all right now.
No, it's just I know. I just like watching movies. It's just really funny. And
I hear you.
And let's see, was that 3 movies? I got 3. You talked about it earlier. No, wait, did you? He's just moved into you.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Right,
yeah.
You were talking about it.
It was on earlier today on the this fictional box in my living room that plays movies all the time. You know, yeah, it was on, and I did watch it. I did watch it in preparation for our future podcast. But yeah, I had to do some research. So.
That movie is so funny too because it's got so many people in like fucking Ben Affleck.
Yep.
My girl ScarJo.
Yep. Jennifer Aniston.
Eve from Entourage.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's her name? What's the chick's name? Gigi something.
Yeah,
Jennifer
Goodwin.
Yeah.
Jennifer,
she's in it.
Yeah, Jennifer Connelly, Drew Barrymore, Justin Long.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore's in it. Like fucking. Anyway, really funny movie. I like that movie a lot. Whenever it's on, again, in this fictional world where things are playing
in a loop, they don't ever stop.
Yeah,
like remember when HBO always played, like there was an HBO channel and it was like movies constantly. That's what it's like. Now you just go to HBO, the streaming service, and you just pick whatever movie. But back in the day, you know, the home box office,
there would just be stuff. Well, that was also part of the excitement of it, was that you catch something that was awesome. Like you catch a Predator on HBO, you're like, oh my God, Predator's on. I gotta watch that. You know,
I think that's one of my movies that is like Predator. The first Predator. Yeah.
The first one, right?
That's on my list. Like Predator. That wasn't a movie that I put on my list, but Predator when it was on. And I was telling Jaime the other day, I said, Big Ron, the Gooch, he's the one that got me on Predator. I never saw this movie. You know, because it's a rated R movie and, you know, it's like kind of fucking forbidden, right? And I saw it when I was a freshman at A&M.
You saw it on like at the house, not in the theater.
Yeah, no, VHS. Right. You showed me that.
Right.
My last one, let's see, I had Enemy Mine, Demolition Man. He's just not that into the age yet. Oh, the last one is a movie I knew was going to be a stop-down Saturday movie. And I watched it in the theater with Asim. And I said, I'm going to fucking watch this movie forever. Every time it's on. And that was The Flash.
Yeah. I've rewatched it.
It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's a bad movie. And I knew I was going to watch it forever. Every time it's on all the time because it sucks. Right? And and I told Asim, I was like, I forgot how much I love Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, he's great.
Like, and this is right. This is another tied into another podcast, right? I'm at time travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another time travel movie, but I identified it as a Saturday, like what I call Saturday movies. You call stop down movies. I was like, I'm going to be watching this movie every time it comes on. And then let's see. I think those are my main ones that I watch all the time because they're always on. And then I know Jaime went like rapid fire.
Yeah.
You went rapid fire in like Troy and some of those movies, Gladiator. Like those are all movies I love too. But Jaime needs to give us more movies. Talk more about the movies that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like the movies that are to me, like I'll have the watch list, right? And actually now that, Asim kind of hooked it up, I rewatched Braveheart about a month ago or something like that. And it still holds up, dog. It used to be my all-time favorite movie, and then it kind of drops down, after a while, and I'm like, let me rewatch it. Let me see if I remember it being as good. And damn it, if it's just as good as I remember it. It's everything about that movie I freaking love.
It goes hard.
Down to the betrayal, where he's just looking at him. Like there's times, when you're watching movies and you're like, this actor sucks. You know what I'm saying? This actor is crap. And then you watch movies where you're like, okay, now that's acting. You know what I'm saying? Now that's how you do it. There's a bunch of scenes in it. I love King Longshanks. I love his one-liners. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like who is this who speaks to me as if I need his
speaks to me as his opinion,
his advice.
Yeah.
Advice.
Yeah. And he's like, he's my Minister of Defense, sire. And he goes, is he qualified? I know the art of war. And I was like, well, can you tell me what do you say? Can you tell me about the present situation? And throws his ass out the window.
Those off the building.
I'm like, Longshanks is like the freaking coldest motherfucker in that movie. He's so freaking just ahead, 3 steps ahead of everything, and that whole movie. And then the whole brotherhood aspect with, what's his name? William Wallace and his boy, like they're always together, right? They got each other's back. It's like they're going through it. And then when they have that fight, when he's telling them, he's like, you're doing this because you think she sees you. And he goes, I don't think she does. I know she does. And your father sees you too. And I think he fucking hits him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And that's,
he just hits them. Yeah. They square up.
and I think those situations are exactly why I love it, right? Because when you do have a friend like that, a brother that, forces you to look at your own mistakes or kind of speaks his truth and you speak your truth. And there's love there, right? There's brotherhood, all of that. But you're going to fight. You're going to fight, you're going to argue. And in the end, he's still there, right? He goes whenever he gets captured. He's still there with him. So I mean that movie right there, like I had to rewatch it just to kind of, recenter myself and because I hadn't seen it in a while. But that movie,
yeah,
I mean it's never on. It's not a stop down movie per the definition that I put, but I went back and watched it, and it's such a good movie. A Few Good Men.
You love those kind of movies, Clement, like Gladiator, Troy.
Troy is excellent. But I think it's because of the same aspects, right? Troy, it's the two brothers. And there's a scene, right? When he goes to the other two brothers, right? They go to fight Paris. And then he's like, step away, Prince Hector. I'll kill him at your feet. I don't care. And then he's like, no, he's my brother, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
I love those scenes. I love like Prince Hector, that character.
And Jaime, it's kind of the reverse because like you're the little brother, but you're the pussy, the bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're all Paris, dog. I have to come clean this shit. I'm like, God damn it. But there's a scene in there where he
just exposed that you ran out of gremlins.
Yeah. I was like, God damn. There goes $3. I don't know how much movie tickets were back in the day, but I would assume it's like $1 or something like that. $2. But those movies
that made.
Yeah. I think those movies I've always really liked, and actually now that we're talking about it, it's the same way with Goodfellas. They're all friends, right? They're all in there. It's arguments, but they still he goes, you're digging the ditch. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll dig the ditch. It's like, it's just there's brotherhood. There's camaraderie. They have a task, they do it. They get pissed off at each other. And in Goodfellas, they start killing people, but never mind all that. There's just, there's a common, there's a common theme in all of them. Tombstone is the same thing. He goes, I have many friends. He goes, I don't, when Doc Holliday is talking about Wyatt Earp.
Right. When he's talking to Doc. Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, I don't.
That's a hell of a thing. That's a hell of a thing to say to me.
Yeah, when he goes to visit him. I mean, and they all have a common theme, right? They all have, it's brotherhood. It's you're gonna back them. And actually, another series that I rewatched here recently is since we're on a bit of a Western kick, is Regulators. The what is that movie called?
Young Guns.
Young Guns. I rewatched Young Guns. And
Yes.
and
Those
it's so
two
good.
movies are stop-down movies.
Yeah.
Those are stop-down movies.
And it's the same thing. It's brotherhood. It's he knows the meaning of pals. Because we all have that. I mean, we pledge this fraternity because we feel strongly about brotherhood, right? And there's times when you don't really want to do the thing that everybody wants to do, but you do it because you all kind of agreed to do it, right? And so I think that those are the movies that I love the most, right? Those are it. It's the ones that you have a group, you made a pact, you're going to finish it, and you're going to argue about it, and you may not, really be all in on it, but you will because you're going to back them up. And so I think that's, for me, that they all kind of have that same theme. I mean, in any one of these, Boys in the Hood, The Matrix, it's all like a brotherhood theme. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're going to go save Morpheus. We're going to go in there and get him. So I didn't think about it like that. The Town, same thing. Heat, the same thing. It's about.
But so those are like some of your favorite movies. Are all those still stop down movies for you?
No, well, Training Day is like, I don't care when training it, where it is, I will watch it. And
right.
And I think I said this in a previous podcast. There's times I get impatient, especially if they have commercials and shit like that, where I'll just, find it and then go to that
throw on the real movie.
Yeah, and then go to the same point where I am and then watch it from then on, right? That way you don't have to mess around with commercials and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have Fubo, and so there's movies playing right now. So I'll do that. But yes, Training Day, it doesn't matter where it is. I'll watch it and continue watching it. Tombstone, doesn't matter. I mean, I could, watch the last 10 minutes of it, middle part of it. The beauty of rewatching movies is that you already know the story, right? And so I know you guys probably do this, because I know I do it. Like when you first go watch a movie, you're like, okay, I'm going to take in as much as possible. Like I'm going to try to, figure out what's going on and then go. And then I want to rewatch it because I was like, okay, now I know where everything happens. And now I can focus on little parts of the movie, right? I don't have to really be in tune with the movie because I've already seen it. So I'm going to tie all the strings together from the beginning. Did they leave you clues in the beginning, And then I'm going to try to that's how I rewatch movies. And that's why I love rewatching them because you catch all the little stuff, like Marvel is great.
But no, Jaime. Chivalry Chronicles, Border Proof. Don't watch anything more than one.
That's that's a misquoted for sure.
The power of the stop down movie though is that I have a huge Blu-ray collection. So I got a whole shelf that I have of Blu-ray movies. I have my Plex scene flicks. I got every movie I can imagine that I would ever want in at least 1080 and some in 4K. You got all these great ways to watch this stuff, but there are times when on regular TV because I do have YouTube TV, so that's the couple times where I'll be flipping through and actually get that old school experience.
Right.
But there's times when I'll flip through, catch a movie, and like I said, 30 minutes in, and watch it in the edited format because it's edited, it's edited for TV.
Oh yeah.
So they probably cut some scenes. It has commercials. It may or may not be in 4K depending on what thing you're streaming it from or whatever, what service you're using.
Right.
And I will still continue to just sit and watch that movie, even though I could just get up and go 2 seconds or even just click my Plex on and watch it in full 4K from the beginning. But I will just sit and watch that version right then, there at that moment and continue to watch it. That's where that's why I had specific movies that I would do that with, because like other movies, I would literally say, oh yeah, that's my movie. Let me turn on my Plex. I wouldn't just watch it from where it's at, because I would go, I have the better copy of that. That I can go and watch it from the beginning right now. But there are some where I'm just like, nope, I caught it. I'm here. I'm watching it.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not going to do anything differently than that.
Let's see it through to the end.
Yeah, like I think.
Let's bury the thing.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Jaime,
remember
Jaime, let's bury the thing. Oh, remember the Titans? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, right.
I will watch that movie. Fucking,
it's always
every
on.
time it's on.
Yeah, National Treasure.
Yep.
Like I'll watch National Treasure. I don't care where it is. Like
National Treasure.
I love that
Right.
movie. You know.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That other
I've got
movie.
way more probably on TV than I have.
Let's bury the don't watch a movie more than once right now. Asim, how many times did you go see Phantom Menace in theaters?
In the theaters, yeah. I am not ashamed to say I saw Phantom Menace 13 times in the theater. Once I saw it twice on the same day in two different cities. Or sorry, not two different cities, two different theaters in a different city. So I drove to a different city and saw it on two different theaters in that city. I was in College Station at the time, drove to Dallas, went to Plano and watched it at the first and only digital theater, because it was like the first one that we had in the city. Watched it at the digital theater, then timed it perfectly to leave that theater, drive across town over somewhere off of 635, and on the east side on 635. I forgot. I think it was not Regal. It wasn't Regal then. I think it's a Regal theater now. But they were the only theater in Texas to still have THX certified theater, and they had Phantom Menace playing in THX. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to see it. And so me and a friend drove all the way and did that, and then drove back to College Station.
Well, you know what?
And then Asim saw Force Awakens 3 times, I think, in like a 12-hour window.
Yeah, I think so. Twice with you, and then one the next day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw The Dark Knight 7 times in the theaters. Like, let's just, Jaime board approved. Don't watch anything more than once.
Oh, so now it's just me. See, now you're rage
No, your
baiting.
boy said, no, good. Okay, go ahead.
See, now you're rage
But yeah, I
baiting.
saw The Dark Knight 7.
That's another. I think that's another podcast that we need to do. Like us three is movies that you saw at the movie theater by yourself. Because I know I have like a shitload that I went by myself because one I couldn't go with anybody, right? And you know, kids were too young, and Letty's like, I don't really want to watch that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going. You know, which is, you know, The Phantom Menace. I went to go see it at the movies by myself. I was like, and I had already seen it, but Letty had class, you know, and so
I've only seen one movie by myself.
Really?
Ever. One. And it was only because I was mad at the people that I was actually at the theater with someone. I was at the theater with 2 friends. We were in New York, and we were in New York on vacation, and we were in Times Square, and they asked I said, well, let's go explore Times Square. They're like, we want to go see a movie. And I'm like, we're in Times Square. Why do I don't want to see a movie? let's do New York shit, you know?
Right. We're in a
they're
movie
like, no,
right
we want to
now.
go see a movie. I was like, right, we're living a movie. Let's just do this. And they decided to go see Pride and Prejudice that had just come out then.
Okay.
Then I boycotted because I was like, I'm not going to see whatever you go see. So whatever. So I went to go see The Sixth Sense while they went to see Pride and Prejudice. And so
Wow.
I'm in the theater seeing Sixth Sense, and Sixth Sense had been out for a while already. So there was no one in the theater except for me. That was the most terrifying. It was
Yeah, that's
Did they close the door?
yeah.
Oh, it was bad. So yeah, I don't generally go by myself. So I couldn't. That's my one experience.
No, I had to a bunch of times just because nobody wanted to go, right? And if I'm kind of particular about certain things, and if I ask you, you know, hey, let's go, and you're like, nah, then you're off. You know, you're off the list. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you for shit anymore after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I maybe I'll ask you a couple of times, but if once
Right.
once you be like, nah, then I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it, you're off the list. Like, I'm never asking you for shit again. But I went to go see the first Spider-Man with what's his face?
Toby.
Yeah.
Toby?
Yeah, so I saw that one by myself because when it came out, I wanted to go see it. And nobody wanted to go. I said, I'll go. Fine, I'll go by myself. The Wolverine movie, you know, the really bad one, where you
X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
yeah,
Origins. Yeah.
I went. I took the day off. I was like, I'm taking a day off, and I'm gonna go watch this movie at like 10 a.m. You know, so I did that one. Phantom Menace, a bunch of those.
Hey, Jaime. Yeah, it was cool that they put Gambit in that movie because that's always been our thing, right? Like my favorite X-Men Gambit and yours is Wolverine.
Yeah,
They've always been at odds. You know, like I thought that was cool. Like I was like, fuck Wolverine, and you're like, fuck Gambit.
Gambit was terrible in that movie, but yeah. So a lot of
he sucked. He sucked really.
there was a lot
He was
of
awful.
there was a point, I guess, when the kids were too young and Letty didn't want to go see him. So there's a gap
Right.
between, 2002 to like 2006, where I went to those movies by myself. And then after a while,
Gotcha.
you go with coworkers, right? Like, look, man, I want to go see Star Wars and I'll buy the tickets. And so that's what I would do. I'd buy the tickets and then told a bunch of coworkers we'd go see it. And that was the time when you had to sit in line. I think the first one, Phantom Menace, I had to sit in line. We had to get there at 10 o'clock for a midnight showing, a bunch of crap like that. Now it's so easy, right?
Right.
Now you just, the tickets are on sale. Great. And that's what I've done with everything since then. I'll just buy 4 tickets, with me and the kids and Letty. And so now she'll go, right? Now because I go to a bunch of hers, I kind of made my argument. I was like, so I've seen all these other movies with you. You're going to go see this movie. And she's like, okay. So, especially since Marvel became a big thing, Marvel became you got to watch it just to have, like Leo and I have talked about this before, like
Right.
the movies you have to watch just to be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
Yeah,
like-
event film.
yeah. Kind of like
Right.
Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones, I watched it because after a while, everybody was talking about it. You're like, man, I guess, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to
Yep.
watch it. I'm going to watch it. I tried watching it the first time and
I have to.
I was like, yeah. And I think I watched it up until the last season. So the last season was going to come on. And so I freaking burned through every episode up until the day before. And then I started the new season. So, a lot of Game of Thrones just kind of runs into, I couldn't tell you what season 1 or season 5 or season 4. Like I just know them. It's one complete story to me, because I didn't take any breaks. So.
Right.
But yeah, those are
That's kind of what happened with me and the team. Like I think we've seen every superhero movie since like Captain America, Winter Soldier, or something. MCU and DC. Every single one. And now
I had to go pull them out the house.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're going.
every single movie. And like, you got to see these movies in theaters. Like, you got to see movies in the theater sometimes, you know.
No, absolutely.
And that's why we love movies.
Let me ask this question. Now that we're not in this olden time hypothetical world where TV shows just run all day long and you catch them in some random time period, is that a lost thing? You know, is that a nostalgic thing that goes hand in hand with movie watching? And is there a problem that it's not that way anymore, or is it just something that, like, how do you view it as it wanes? You know, because you don't get that experience that much anymore.
Yeah, I think, you know, I get kind of upset because we pay for so many streaming servers that I feel I should be able to watch any movie I want whenever I want to. But some movies aren't shown on some streaming services. Other ones you have to pay for. They take them off. You know, Disney's, you know, kind of created this thing where they take it out of the vault, put it back in the vault, you know, and it's like, and so some aren't just aren't available. So I don't know if, you know, is it a bad thing? You know, I think it kind of does suck that, you know, movies aren't just playing, because then you don't, you know, that now you're forcing me to pick a movie. You know what I'm saying? When you just lay out a movie, I was like, I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick one, sometimes I'll sit there like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes trying to figure out what movie I want to watch, to where you're like, man, I didn't burn through 15 minutes. Like, lay something out for me, you know, just convince me.
Well,
if it's on, I'll watch it.
On the first version of this topic, you guys talked about Indiana Jones and, you know, the series and that, you know, you'd watch all of them. He said would watch all of them no matter when they came on. And I know we excluded Star Wars and Marvel movies, but there's something special about that day when TNT is like, it's Star Wars weekend.
Yeah.
And it's like it feels different, that it's like that they put them all on, they're running back to back, and you're just like, I'm gonna just catch one of these somewhere and watch it. And then if you don't catch it here, you might catch it 4 hours later when it comes back on another time. And they do that with the Indiana Jones movies. They do that with the Harry Potter movies. There's certain channels just play those in order, and they'll do a weird thing where they'll play 7 of the 8. They won't play one of them. I'm like, why? Where's that one?
Yeah.
They do it with Twilight too.
Twilight.
Just to go back to our Vampire.
Yeah.
Twilight
Vampire.
They'll show all the Twilight back to back.
Yeah, that was happening right before we did that podcast, and I did watch the last 2, just because I was like, you know what, there wasn't a bad series. I mean, it's okay. Like when I watched it, I was like, that's not bad. I mean, it's good. It's a good take on it. Sometimes, I mean, there's some weird stuff with the way they portrayed vampires. I go, but man, the story itself wasn't bad. So I watched it. Oh, another movie I was thinking about is Night at the Museum.
It's just something special when they come on, though.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Right, Night at the Museum. Yep.
I love everything about that movie.
Yeah,
him and when I guess it's probably is it the first one when him and Jonah Hill are just going back and forth. He goes, it's Barundin. It's like, Brandon, no, Barundin. He's like, I'm not here to be your speech therapist. He's like, look up most used baby names in 1982 or something like that. So that's another movie that I'll watch.
You mentioned National Treasure earlier.
Yeah, National Treasure. I'll watch that thing. It's really good. It's really good. So I mean, do we need to board approve something here? Did y'all didn't have any movies that y'all didn't have the same movie, right? Like y'all had 5 different movies.
No, we were, yeah,
we had different. We had.
I think. And then, did you give us 5 new movies, Jaime? I don't think you did.
I think
because you went rapid fire on the original.
That's how we got on Night at the Museum, and then
the
National Treasure. Those are all.
Well, I remember in the first podcast, you broke it down in because you had genres, and then you had your movies kind of broke into genres, and so I know here you started with the Brotherhood or the movie that kind of displayed that type, tone or feel to it.
Yeah,
because it may not necessarily been your top ones or whatever, but yeah,
because like the most rewatchable movie of all time. I think Quentin Tarantino says it's Back to the Future, right? Like a perfect movie.
Yep.
That's not. I fucking love Back to the Future Part 2. That movie is on a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I like that one more. I like that one more than the first one. And we've already me and Asim talk about these movies all the time. I'll talk about how much I love Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
As
I found out Leo's pattern. Leo's pattern when you first look at it, you're like, dang, it's very eclectic, or he's got some deep thought in some of these movies.
Yeah.
And then I pan back and I get that 30,000 foot view, and then I realize, it's got all the chicks that you like in it.
Oh yeah. No,
it got Natalie Portman in it. It's got
and
I was like, there it is. There's
it's even chicks that look like chicks he likes. That's why he likes the new freaking Lois Lane.
the type.
No,
the type.
Come on. Tell me Rachel Brosnahan is not the greatest Lois Lane of all time. Superman.
Yeah, she's not. Okay, let's move on. Here's a movie. Here's a movie that I freaking love watching, and it used to come on a lot, and I don't know why it doesn't come on anymore. But Lethal Weapon 4. It's such a good movie because it like Jet Li in that movie
with Jet Li,
so badass. It's such a good movie.
You think he'll do that again if we ask him to?
And I think that was his debut in that movie. I want to say Jet Li was that was
his first American film.
Yes. Yeah, and when he came out, you're like,
Did he not? Was that before Romeo Must Die?
Let's see.
With Aaliyah?
Definitely. Lethal Weapon 4 came out in 98, and Romeo Must Die came out in 2000. It says Lee made his debut in Lethal Weapon 4 and followed by his first Hollywood leading role in Romeo Must Die.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And in Lethal Weapon 4, so they introduced the new Chevy truck in that one, and I just so happened to buy that truck in '99 when I graduated from college. I was like, "It's a nice truck," but that was the first time I saw it. You know how some movies just push an item. You know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing that truck.
You remember. So that was a product placement.
Yeah. I was like, where have I seen this truck before? Oh yeah, that's right. That movie last summer. So yeah.
All right, what are we gonna board approve?
Board approve. I mean, I think last time we need one better than last time, right? Or something different from last time. So let's come up with how many times do you have to watch a movie for it to become a stop down movie? When does it like transition to a stop down movie? Like how many times do you have to watch it? Do you have a like a specific number, or do you just go, no, that's a stop down movie?
If a theme watched Phantom Menace 13 times and I watched The Dark Knight 7 times, and that's not the most times I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie like 900 times. So if I don't know.
But see,
So,
the Phantom Menace is not a stop-down movie for me.
exactly, it's not.
If
But
Phantom Menace came on, I don't necessarily have to stop and watch it.
Well,
I personally think it doesn't. I personally think it doesn't matter. I don't think there's a set amount of time.
Yeah.
The Darth Maul scenes, though, those don't stop down.
No, I don't. I'm just saying for me, I don't have to stop and watch the movie if it comes on. I'll skip right over it.
Not even the Darth Maul scenes at the end.
No. Okay. I don't. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't need to. No, that's what I'm saying. I watched it 13 times in the theater because I like Star Wars in the theater. Like that's the experience for me. Like I go to the theater and watch it. I want to see it from beginning to end. Like I don't want to catch it somewhere. So that movie is not anywhere near a stop down movie for me. No. But movies that are,
The Dark Knight is though. You want to watch all the Joker stuff.
Yeah, I think if Phantom
I want to
Menace,
see that whole movie.
if Phantom Menace is on, like if I'm flipping through channels in that fictional box in my living room that shows these things called movies, if I just so happen that I'm flipping through something and I was like, or I turn the TV on, right? And then sometimes it just goes to the last, thing you had on. And then it opens up and then the scene starts and then the elevator doors open up and it's Darth Maul. I'm watching the rest of it. I'm watching it. Like, fuck it. We're gonna be late to this, to the soccer game and shit. Like, I need to watch this part. It's just I need to watch it. So yeah.
Ant-Man Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
And come on, the same like.
I would if that exact scenario happened to me and I turned it on with the fictional box and the elevator doors opened up and Darth Maul ignited the double blade, I would watch that scene until the first time they cut away from that awesome ass fight to something else, and I would turn the channel because that's the problem. It cuts away to Anakin in the pod or in the ship, and it cuts away to Padme running around with her little troops, and you're like, no, just stay on the fight. So no, as soon as it does a George Lucas cut, fade swipe across the screen to something else, I'm still flipping the channel.
But they got you for that fucking one scene, right?
Yeah, they got me for that first few seconds when Obi-Wan does his little head fake and then Qui-Gon goes in for the strike. Yeah, they got me up to that, and then it cuts to Padme scaling up the wall with their little grapple guns, and then I'm out. I'll flip the channel.
It's like boom. Dun, 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 dun,
now, if I flip the channel in that same scenario, and I catch Jen Erso and Andor climbing up the tower.
Yeah,
I'm watching that all the way to the end because I know that I'm going to get the Vader hallway scene. Like I'm going to continue to.
Again,
you're going to get there eventually.
Again, controversially, Jaime doesn't really like Rogue One.
What?
Well, there's a problem.
What? When did I say that? When did I say that?
You're not big on Rogue One.
What?
You said you didn't like Rogue One.
When did I say that?
You said that's not one of your favorite movies. You're like, that's not one of your Star Wars movies.
See, now you're just making shit up.
Produce the evidence.
Yeah, this is.
Or was it Joaquin? One of y'all.
Okay, so now you're just throwing salacious comments just to
straight.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I mean, if people are gonna click on it, I think I'm gonna use that as a tidbit to get people to listen. But yeah, that's misquoted for sure.
Misquoted.
For the record, that was Joaquin. So you take it up with your nephew.
Oh, it was Joaquin.
Joaquin doesn't like Mandalorian either.
It was Joaquin.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Mandalorian either. And I was like, okay. That's why I kind of take everything he says with a grain of salt. I'm like, if he tells me something's really good, I'm like, okay, I'll wait on it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got very we got different tastes for certain things. Like we're good with certain things, right? But yeah, he's definitely got a different palate that might know. I'll sit there and have arguments with him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a great movie. And like, that's a great show. And he's like, no, it's all right. It's mid. Like, what the fuck?
So we're gonna board approve then.
We're gonna board approve. Yeah, I mean,
I said first viewing. I said one viewing is all it takes. If you know if it's a movie that you would watch, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't
need to see E.T. a million times to know that. I knew it. From the moment I walked up the theater the first time, I was like, I will watch this movie whenever I see it.
Yeah, I think The Matrix had that effect. Pulp Fiction had that effect. I mean, pretty much all the Star Wars movies.
Pulp Fiction is one of the most rewatched movies of all time. Yeah. I saw it here with you in Pulp Fiction. What did y'all board approve in the first stop down?
I think
do you remember?
We board approved just the existence.
I know, because I didn't hear the very last part.
Yeah, I think it was just the existence of of stop down movies and pick your five and have at it. I think because we couldn't decide. Like, they had some okay movies and then some that were just like, yeah, we missed the point of this episode, but
yeah, I mean, if you connect with it, it's gonna. And I guess maybe it doesn't necessarily have to. Like I talked about Christmas Story.
Yeah,
I didn't like it when I first saw it, but then when I viewed it, when my mom and I watched it, it just clicked. And then from that moment, it was. I'd only seen it for one time before that, but when it clicked with my mom and I saw it.
So then I would say we'll board approve what we board approved last time. Pick your top five, or at least think about your top five. Because I know the exercise that you gave me, Asim, is like, what's your top 20? Which I was like, son of a bitch, that's a lot of movies. And then it's like, it's not enough movies. Because then you have to start taking movies out.
It's a difficult amount.
Yeah. It's
and Asim's top 20, my top 20, they were completely different. I would love to see Jaime's top 20.
Well, I have it, but I'm going to cheat and take all the ones that you have in your top 20. That's what I said if I ever get the Plex of the month. Because because they're already part of yours. So. But yeah, we'll say.
But the thing is, well, I was just going to say that the thing is, I started the Plexiteers a month last December. Mm-hmm. So we're coming up on a year, and so far, it has been it's been the most eclectic list of movies that people have picked, their top 20 or whatever. And there's been a few duplicates. I mean, obviously there's some movies that I think Tombstone is. I'm gonna go through this December, and I'm gonna try to take a snapshot of all of my Plexiteer of the month winners and their list of movies, and see which movies have been in those lists the most. But for the most part, it's been completely different movies, which I think is kind of cool.
But yeah, that's fascinating to me. I seen the same thing. Like movies I never thought, like Rogelio's list. I was like, dude, what the hell? What is that movie? Like movies I've never seen before.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Asim's list is very Asim. He's got like Annie and like The Wiz and like
I have Popeye on my list.
Popeye, yeah. Popeye is Asim's favorite. Like I've seen that movie. Have you seen that movie, Jaime?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Popeye was
the Robin Williams Popeye. For anybody who doesn't know,
But chilling. Like, what the hell? That movie is ridiculous, and
it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it more than once.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy movie.
And that once is enough. I'm like, that's cool. They're like, next.
You brought it up you brought it up earlier. You said speaking of the stop down movies. You watch the movie over and over. You catch it at different times. You see different things, and you start to pull out different things from the movie in different scenes or whatever.
Right.
And that's the reason why Popeye got on my list, because when I first watched it, I thought, oh, okay, it's cool. It's just a movie about Popeye, Robin Williams, whatever, whatever. But every time I watch that movie, it might be Robin Williams at his freaking best, and not best acting or something, but his improv. You know how Robin Williams just goes off cuff and does stuff?
Yeah.
He says things in that movie under his breath in that Popeye muffled talk that some of the stuff he says shouldn't even have passed like regulation, but I don't think that they knew what he said. He says some of the most vulgar stuff in that movie, and it's ridiculous, but you don't hear it, you don't catch it. And then the more I watch the movie, I'm like, he just said that, and it cracks me up. Dude. It's awesome. It is literally Robin Williams doing Robin Williams for that entire movie, and it's just like uncut Robin Williams, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
What do we border prove?
I would say
what do we border prove, Jaime?
We're going to border prove the same thing we did last time. Get your 5. Think about your stop down movies. Get your 5. Have those in your back pocket and discuss it with your friends. I mean, movie discussions are always good. You're always going to hear something and you're like, what? No, I've never seen that movie. I used to write down this at work. We had this dry erase board, and I used to put down 5 movies all men should watch. And then I was really surprised that, some of our staff had never seen them. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you should watch these movies. And so that's what I would say. Write down your 5 stop down movies and take them to work, put them on your chalkboard or your dry erase board or your TV screen or monitor or whatever, and discuss them, because movie watching is a sport. That's why. So there you go. Board approved. Where's my gavel? Hold up. There you go. Board approved.
Official.
It's official. All right. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on your social media and/or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram and X. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.